As I get inside here, we have the main display, and there's nothing really lit up on it, which is kind of weird. My wife picked this vehicle up and she couldn't figure out how to get that screen to come on.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Electrified Outdoors. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Chevy Equinox EV. This is going to be one of Chevy's most affordable electric vehicles, a very important vehicle for GM. We're just going to take a quick look at it in today's video, and at the end of the video I'll come back briefly and tell you what I think of it overall. Folks, if you're new here, my name is Ken and I make videos about living and adventuring with electric vehicles. If that interests you, go ahead and click on subscribe and then hit that bell so you get notified anytime we add new content. And if you like, it'll help others find our content just a little bit easier on YouTube.
Okay folks, so the vehicle is a little bit dirty, but as we take a look around the Equinox EV, we can see this is the basic model. So this is not going to have Super Cruise, and it's just going to be front wheel drive. 0 to 60 is nothing super impressive, but what this vehicle is good at is getting from point A to point B affordably. So let's go ahead and take a look at the charge port here real quick. No power opener and closer. Just a push and then a pull. Does have the self-presenting door handles. As you can see there, some pretty basic wheels. Back end of it is kind of sharp. The window is not all that large. Does have some parking sensors here in the rear. And up underneath the here we can see that there's a camera. That's for reversing. Does have a wiper for the rear window, which is always helpful. Factory recommended tire pressure is 42 psi. So it is a little bit on the high side. And we look at the key fob here. We want to open up the lift gate here. We're going to press this twice. And it's set to its maximum open at this point. And you can see there's a good bit of cargo volume back there. A little bit of storage underneath as well. It's like somebody's got an ice scraper back there. No spare tire, just an inflator kit and a tow hook. We do have back here an accessory port. If you have a cooler or something, you can plug that in the back there. The rear seats do fold. I'm going to try to fold them from the rear. Not very easy, but it is split folding. And we'll use our fob again here to close it. So something that's pretty good on a entry-level vehicle like this is the power lift gate. As we go into the back seat here, we can look at, this is with the passenger seat all the way back. So not a ton of legroom with it all the way back if you have a really tall person in the front seat. But my driving position leaves plenty of legroom in the back. We do have center armrest and cup holder back here. Some basic carpeted floor mats. Does have power windows and power locks. Pardon all my camera junk here on the front seat. A pretty basic interior. And if you've seen my video on the Silverado EV, you'll notice that that infotainment stack there is pretty much the same exact one from the Silverado EV. Really large 17-inch primary display there. We do have 2 USB-C ports down there. There is a wireless charger, and it's kind of sunken down, so the phone sits in there and doesn't really move around too much at all. So if you're looking for a frunk, you're not going to get that here. The hood latch is kind of weird. You have to tug on it once to release it, and then again to release the secondary latch. There's no latch up under the top there. But no really room in here to store anything. But I guess it's pretty cool to look at. And if we look at here at the driver's door, we have pretty standard stuff. Lock and unlock, power windows, power adjustable mirrors. If we look down here, we have our electronic parking brake, lane keep assist, auto hold function, and then the brightness for our lighting. And on the base model here, of course, we have no panoramic roof. It's just a solid roof there. And when we go down here, we can see that there's a little storage space down here underneath this floating console here. And then we also have some space here in the center console. If I take this out, we have even more space down there. We have 2 really nice sized cup holders, and they have these flex things here. So if your cup is smaller, it'll still grip it. If it's larger, that'll push in and still grip it as well, keep your cups from moving around. And when we look up here at the rear view mirror, we have a manually adjusting rear view mirror. No flip for a camera or anything like that. Again, this is the base model. We have our dome lights up here, very similar to the Silverado. We have our OnStar button up here, our SOS button, our flashers. We do have lighted vanity mirrors. Passenger side vanity mirror is lighted as well. We do have handles for folks who have mobility issues, and the handles are also in the back. So here we are inside the vehicle, and as you can see, we have the same display that we have on the Silverado. We have pretty much the same manual climate control stack down here at the bottom. We have our manually adjustable vents. And when we look over here at the driver's display, very similar again to the Silverado EV. We have a lot of the same options here. If we look at the stalk, on the stalk, this does not have automatic wipers, but it does have intermittent wipers. Both front and rear are intermittent. And then, of course, we can wash both on the front and the rear. Now, the interesting thing here with the windshield washer is there's no split windshield washer on the stalk. You press once to wash the front windows, and then you have to press in harder. If you press in harder, it will operate the rear window washer. And then, of course, this is going to be your high beams. We do have automatic high beams. It's also going to control your turn signal. We do have a regen on-demand paddle here, as well as, you can't see them, but they're back here, adjustments for the track selection on the left side here, and then on the right side, you'll have adjustments for volume. All the same controls pretty much on the steering wheel here as we see in the Silverado. Voice commands, audio, heated steering wheel. This button here controls the driver's display, so it'll change how that looks. Of course, over here is our cruise control functions. This vehicle is a base model, so it does not have the Super Cruise function. When we look over here at our vents, the vents are pretty cool, pretty easy to adjust. Okay. Over here we have almost all the exact same controls as we have in the Silverado EV. If you want to see how the infotainment system works, I'll link to that video down in the video description. It was done on the Silverado EV, but it's going to be almost exactly the same here for the Equinox EV. And if I go over here, we have a manual glove box. Okay.
So what do you guys think of the all-new Chevy Equinox EV? Let us know down in the comments section. As always, remember to like so others find our content just a little bit easier on YouTube. Remember to click on that subscribe button and then hit that bell so you get notified anytime we add new content. And don't forget to hug the people you love every chance you get, and we'll see you next time.